Welcome to Play on Words, a theatrical podcast. Please turn off all outside distractions so as not to disturb the performance. For the best audio experience, we recommend using headphones for tonight's production of The Proposal.
My dear fellow, whom do I see? Ivan Vassilevitch, I'm so glad. Now this is a surprise, my darling. How are you?
Thank you. How are you getting on?
We just get along somehow, my angel, thanks to your prayers and so on. Sit down, please. Now, you shouldn't forget all about your neighbors, my darling. My dear fellow, why are you so formal in your get-up? Evening dress, gloves, and so on. Are you going somewhere, my treasure?
No, I've only come to see you, honored Stepon Stepanovitch.
Then why are you wearing evening dress, my precious? It's as if you're paying a New Year's Eve visit.
Well, you see, it's like this. I've come to you, honored Stepon Stepanovitch, to trouble you with a request. Only once or twice have I had the privilege of asking you for help, and you have always... excuse me, I'm getting excited. I shall drink some water, honored Stepon Stepanovitch.
He's come to borrow my money. I shan't give him any. What is it, my beauty?
You see, honor Stepanovitch, I beg your pardon. Stepan Honorovich, I'm awfully excited, as you can see. In short, you alone can help me, though I don't deserve it, of course, and haven't had any right to count on your assistance.
Oh, don't beat around the bush, darling. Spit it out, well?
One moment. I'm getting to it. The fact is, I've come to ask the hand of your daughter Natalya Stepanova in marriage.
Oh, thank heavens, Ivan Vassilevitch, say it again, I didn't hear it all.
I have the honor to
My
ask...
dear fellow, I'm so glad and so on. Yes, indeed, all that sort of thing. Mwah, mwah. I've been hoping for this for a long time. It's been my greatest wish. Oh, and I've always loved you, my angel, as if you were my own son. May God give you both his guidance and his love, and so on. Oh, I have so much hope. What am I behaving in this idiotic way for? My socks have been knocked with joy, absolutely knocked my socks off. Oh, with all my soul. I'll go call Natalya, and all that.
Honored Stepon Stepanovitch, do you think I may count on her consent?
Why, of course, my darling. And as if she won't consent. She is in love. Egad, she is like a lovesick cat. And so on. Shan't be long.
It's cold. I'm trembling all over, just as if I'd got an examination before me. The great thing is, I must have made my mind up. If I give myself time to think, to hesitate, to talk a lot, to look for an ideal or for real love, then I'll never get married. It's cold. Natalya Stepanova is an excellent housekeeper. Not bad looking, well educated. What more do I want? But my ears are ringing with excitement. And it's impossible for me not to marry. First, I'm already 35, a critical age, so to speak. Secondly, I ought to lead a quiet and regular life. I suffer from palpitations. I'm excitable and always getting awfully upset. At this very moment, my lips are trembling and there's a twitch in my right eyebrow. But the very worst of it all is the way I sleep. I get into bed and I begin to doze off when suddenly something in my left side gives a pull and I begin feeling it in my shoulder and head. I jump up like a lunatic, walk around a bit and lie down again, but as soon as I begin to fall asleep, there's another pull, and this may happen 20 times.
Well there, it's only you. Papa said, go, there's a merchant who's come for his goods. How do you do, Ivan Vassilevitch?
How do you do, honored Natalya Stepanova?
You must excuse my apron. We're shelling peas for drying. Why haven't you visited for such a long time? Sit down. Won't you have some lunch?
No, thank you. I've had some already.
Then smoke. Here are the matches. The weather is splendid now, but yesterday it was so wet that the workmen didn't do anything all day. How much hay have you stacked? I felt greedy and had a whole field cut, and now I'm not at all pleased about it because I'm afraid my hay may rot. I ought to have waited a bit. But what's this? Why, you're in evening dress. Well, I never. Are you going to a ball or what? Though I must say you clean up nice. Tell me, why are you dressed up like that?
You see, honored Natalya Stepanova, the fact is, I've made up my mind to see if you would, to ask you, to hear me out. Well, of course you'll be surprised and perhaps even angry, but it's awfully cold.
What's the matter? Well?
I shall try to be brief. You must know, honored Natalya Stepanova, that I have, since my childhood, in fact, had the privilege of knowing your family. My late aunt and her husband, from whom, as you know, I inherited my land, always had the greatest respect for your father and your late mother. The Lomovs and the Chubukovs have always had the most friendly and, I might almost say, the most affectionate regard for each other. And as you know, my land borders yours. You will remember that my oxen meadows touch your birch woods.
Excuse my interrupting you. You say, my oxen meadows. But are they yours?
Yes, mine.
What are you talking about? Oxen meadows are ours, not yours.
No, mine, honored Natalya Stepanova.
Well, I haven't heard that before. How do you figure that?
How? I'm speaking of those oxen meadows which are wedged in between your birch woods and the burnt marsh.
Yes, they're ours.
No, you're mistaken, honored Natalya Stepanova. They're mine.
Just think, Ivan Vassilevitch, how long have they been yours?
How long? As long as I can remember.
Really? You won't make me believe that.
But you can see from the documents, honored Natalya Stepanova. Oxen meadows, it's true, were once the subject of some dispute, but now everybody knows that they are mine. There's nothing to argue about. You see, my aunt's grandmother gave the free use of these meadows in perpetuity to the peasants of your father's grandfather, in return for which they were to make bricks for her. The peasants belonging to your father's grandfather had the free use of the meadows for 40 years and had gotten into the habit of regarding them as their own when it happened.
No, it isn't at all like that. Both my grandfather and great-grandfather reckoned that their land extended to burnt marsh, which means that Oxen Meadows were ours. I don't see what there is to argue about. It's simply silly.
I'll show you the documents, Natalya Stepanova.
No, you're simply joking. Or making fun of me. What a surprise. We've had the land for nearly 300 years, and then we're suddenly told that it isn't ours. Ivan Vassilevitch, I can hardly believe what I am hearing. These meadows aren't worth much to me. They only come to 13 acres, but that's not the point. You're being unfair. Say what you will, but I can't stand unfairness.
Hear me out. I implore you. The peasants of your father's grandfather, as I have already had the honor of explaining to you, used to bake bricks for my aunt's grandmother. Now, my aunt's grandmother, wishing to make them a pleasant...
I can't make head or tail of all this about aunts and grandfathers and grandmothers. The meadows are ours, and that's all.
Mine.
Ours! You can go on proving it for 2 days on end. You can go and put on 15 dress jackets. But I tell you, they're ours, ours, ours! I don't want anything of yours, and I don't want to give up anything of mine, so there.
Natalya Ivanovna, I don't want the meadows, but I am acting on principle. If you'd like, I'll give them to you as a gift.
If there's any giving to be done, I can give them to you myself because they're mine. Your behavior, Ivan Vassilevitch, is strange, to say the least. Until now, we have always thought of you as a good neighbor, a friend. Last year, we lent you our threshing machine, and when we did so, we had to put off our own threshing till November, but you behave with us as if we were transients. Giving me my own land, indeed. No, really, that's not at all neighborly. In my opinion, it's even disrespectful, I'll have you know.
And you figure I'm a land grabber? Madam, never in my life have I grabbed anybody else's land, and I shan't allow you to accuse me of having done so. Oxen Meadows are mine.
It's not true. They're ours.
Mine.
It's not true. I'll prove it. I'll send my mowers out to the meadows today.
What?
My mowers will be out there today.
I'll give it to them in the neck.
You wouldn't dare.
Oxen Meadows are mine. You understand? Mine!
Please don't shout. You can shout yourself hoarse in your own house, but here I must ask you to restrain yourself.
If it wasn't, madam, for this awful, excruciating palpitation, my whole inside wasn't upset, I'd talk to you in a different way. Oxen Meadows are mine!
Ours!
Mine!
Ours!
Mine!
What's the matter? What are you shouting at?
Papa, please, tell this gentleman who owns Oxen Meadows. We or he?
Darling, the meadows are ours.
But please, Stepon Stepanovitch, how can they be yours? Do be a reasonable man. My aunt's grandmother traded the meadows for the temporary and free use of your grandfather's peasants. The peasants used the land for 40 years and got accustomed to it as if it was their own. When it happened
Excuse me, my precious. You forget just this. That the peasants didn't pay your grandmother and all that because the meadows were in dispute and so on. And now everybody knows that they're ours. You must haven't seen the survey plans.
I'll prove to you that they're mine.
My dear, why do you yell like that? You won't prove anything by just yelling.
I shall.
You won't prove it, my darling. I don't want anything of yours, and I don't intend to give up what I have. Why should I? And you know, my beloved, that if you prefer to go on arguing about it, I'd much sooner give the meadows to the peasants than you. There.
I don't understand. How have you the right to give away somebody else's property?
I will decide whether I have right or not. Because, young man, I am not used to being spoken to in that tone of voice. And so on, I, young man, am twice your age, and ask that you speak to me without agitating yourself and all that.
No. You just think I'm a fool and want to trick me. You call my land yours, and then you want me to talk to you calmly and politely. Good neighbors don't behave like that, Stepon Stepanovitch. You're not a neighbor, you're a land grabber.
What was that? What did you say?
Papa, send the mowers out to the meadows at once.
What did you say, sir?
Oxen meadows are ours, and I shan't give them up. Shan't give them up. Shan't give them up.
We'll see. I'll have the matter taken to court, and then I'll show you.
To court? You can take it to court and all that. You can. I know you. You're just looking for a chance to go to court. And all that, you pettifogger. All your people were like that, suing at every chance, all of them.
Never mind about my people. The Lomovs have all been honorable people, and not one has ever been tried for embezzlement like your grandfather.
You Lomovs have had lunacy in your family, all of you.
All.
Your grandfather was a drunk, and your younger aunt, Natasha Milhanova, ran away with an architect. That's right, an architect.
Your mother was humpbacked. Oh, God. Oh, something pulling in my side. My
Your
head.
father was a guzzling gambler.
There haven't been many gossiping backbiters equal to your aunt.
Left foot asleep. You're an intriguer. Oh, my heart. Before the last elections, you bribed. Oh, I can see stars.
It's low.
Oh, my hat.
It's dishonest. It's mean.
And you're just a malicious two-faced snake. Yes.
Here's my hat. Oh, my heart. Oh, which way? Oh, where's... I think I'm...
And don't set foot in my house again.
Take it to court. We'll see.
Devil take him.
What? A rascal? What trust can one have in one's neighbors after that?
The villain. The scarecrow.
The monster? Oh, first, he takes our land, and then he has the nerve to abuse us.
That dog. Yes, that turnip ghost has the audacity to make a proposal. And so on what? A proposal?
What proposal?
Why, he came here to propose to you?
To propose? To me? Huh. Why didn't you tell me so before?
So he dresses up in evening clothes, the stuffed sausage, the wizen-faced frump.
To propose to me? Bring him back! Back! Bring him here!
Bring whom here?
Quick! Quick! I am ill!
What's
Oh,
that?
fetch him!
What's the matter with you? Oh, unhappy man that I am. I'll shoot myself. I'll hang myself. We've done her.
Fetch him! Fetch him!
Okay, at once. Don't yell.
What have they done to me? Oh, fetch him!
He's coming. and so on. Oh, devil take him. Wait. Talk to him yourself. I don't want to.
Oh, fetch him back. Fetch him.
He's coming, I tell you. Oh, what a burden, Lord, to be father to a grown daughter. I'll cut my throat, I will indeed. We've cursed him, abused him, drove him out, and that's all you're doing. You.
No, it was you.
I tell you, it's not my fault. Now, you talk to him yourself.
Oh, oh, my heart's palpitating awfully. My foot's gone to sleep. Something keeps pulling in my side. Oh.
Forgive us, Ivan Vassilevitch. We were all little and heated. I remember now. Oxen Meadows really are yours.
My heart's beating awfully. My meadows.
The meadows are yours. Yes, yours.
My eyebrows are both twitching.
Do sit down. We were wrong.
I did it on principle.
Yes, the principle.
My land is worth little to me, but the principle.
Now let's talk of something else.
I have evidence, you see. My aunt's grandmother gave the land to your father's grandfather's peasants.
Yes, let that go. I wish I knew how to get him started. Are you going to start hunting soon?
I'm thinking of having a go at the geese and the grouse. Honor Natalya Stepanova after the harvest. Oh, have you heard? What a tragedy. My dog, Geezer, whom you know, has gone lame.
What? Pity? Why?
I don't know. Must have gotten twisted or bitten by some dog. Oh, my very best dog. Not to mention his cost. I gave Mironov $125 for him.
Oh, that was too much, Ivan Vassilevitch.
I think it was very cheap. He's a first-rate dog.
Papa gave $85 for his squeezer, and squeezer is heaps better than geezer.
Squeezer better than geezer? What a proclamation! Squeezer better than geezer.
Of course, he's better. Of course. Squeezer is young. He may develop a bit, but on points and pedigree, he's better than any dog that even Volshanetsky has got.
Excuse me. Natalya Stepanova, but you forget that he is overshot. And an overshot always means that the dog is a bad hunter.
Overshot, is he?
Mm-hmm.
The first time I hear it.
I assure you that his lower jaw is shorter than the upper.
Have you measured?
Yes. He's all right at following, of course. But if you want him to get a hold of anything...
Our squeezer is a thoroughbred animal, the son of harness and chisels, while there's no getting at the pedigree of your dog at all. He's old and as ugly as a worn-out cab horse.
He is old, but I wouldn't take 5 squeezers for him. Why, how could you? Geezer is a dog. As for Squeezer, well, it's too funny to even argue. Anybody has a dog as good as Squeezer. He's a dime a dozen. 25 would be a handsome price to pay for him.
There's some demon of contradiction in you today, Ivan Vassilevitch. First, you pretend that the meadows are yours. Now, that geezer is better than Squeezer? I don't like people who don't say what they mean. Because you know perfectly well that Squeezer's 100 times better than your silly geezer. Why do you want to say it isn't?
I sense, Natalya Stepanova, that you consider me either blind or a fool. You must realize that Squeezer is overshot.
It's not true.
He is.
It's not true.
Why shout, madam?
Why talk rot? It's awful. It's time your geezer was put down and you compare him with Squeezer.
Excuse me. I cannot continue this discussion. My heart is palpitating.
I've noticed that hunters
Madam,
argue
please
most
be quiet.
who know
My heart is going to pieces.
least.
So shut up!
I shan't shut up until you acknowledge that Squeezer is 100 times better than your geezer.
100 times worse. Be hanged to your Squeezer.
There's no
His
need to
head,
hang your
eyes,
silly geezer.
shoulder.
He's half dead already.
Shut up! My heart's bursting.
I shan't shut up.
What's the matter now?
Papa, tell us truly, which is the better dog? Our Squeezer or his geezer?
Stepan Stepanovitch, I implore you to tell me just one more thing. Is your Squeezer overshot or not? Yes or no?
And suppose he is? What does it matter? He's the best dog in the district and so on.
But isn't my geezer better? Really now?
Don't excite yourself, my precious one. Allow me. Your geezer certainly has his good marks. He's purebred, firm on his feet, has well-sprung ribs, and all that, but, my dear man, if you want to know the truth, that dog has two flaws. He's old, and he's short in the muzzle.
Excuse me, my heart. Let's take the facts. You will remember that at the Murzinski hunt, my geezer ran neck and neck with the Count's dog, while your Squeezer was left a whole field behind.
He got left behind because the Count's huntsman hit him with his whip.
And with good reason. The dogs were running after a fox when Squeezer goes and starts chasing after a sheep.
It's not true. My dear fellow, I am very liable to lose my temper. And so, just because of that, let's stop arguing. You started because everybody's always jealous of everybody else's dogs. Yes, we're all like that. We want what we can't have. You too, sir, aren't blameless. You no sooner notice that some dog is better than your geezer, and then you begin with this and that and the other and all that. I know you too well.
I know you too.
I know you too. What do you know?
My heart. My foot's gone to sleep. I can't.
My heart! What sort of a hunter are you? You ought to go chase after caterpillars, not go after foxes. My heart!
Yes, really, what sort of a hunter are you anyways? You ought to sit at home with your palpitations and not go on chasing animals. You could go hunting, but you only come to argue with people and disrupt their dogs and so on. Let's change the subject in case I lose my temper. You're not a hunter at all anyway.
And you are a hunter? You only go hunting to get cozy with the Count. Oh, my heart! Oh, you're a snake!
What? I'm a snake? Shut up!
Snake?
Boy! Pop!
Old dried up rat!
Shut up or I'll shoot you like a partridge! You fool!
Everybody knows that. Oh, my heart. Oh, your late wife used to beat you.
And you're
my
sleeping
feet,
with your
temples.
housekeeper!
Oh, sparks.
Boy!
Fall.
Coward!
I fall. Oh, there.
I'm sick!
There.
What sort of a hunter are you? You can't even sit on a horse!
I'm sick.
My heart's burst! My shoulders come up!
Why?
Where is my shoulder?
I'm sick.
I
can't
die!
breathe.
Oh, doctor! Oh.
I'm sick. My house. Why in my house? Of all places, my daughter. Yeah, right.
Papa? What's the matter with him?
Oh, I proposed to her.
Papa!
Oh.
Look! Papa! Oh! Ivan
Ivan
Vassilevitch! Dead! He's dead! Oh! He's dead! Ivan Vassilevitch! Ivan Vassilevitch! What have you done to me? He's dead! Oh! A doctor? A doctor!
What is it? What's the matter?
He's dead!
Who's
Dead!
dead? Oh. So he is. My word. Water. Doctor. Drink this. No, he doesn't drink. I mean, he's dead and all that. Oh my, I am the most unhappy of men. Why don't I put a bullet in my brain? Why haven't I cut my throat yet? What am I waiting for? Give me a knife. Give me a pistol. He seems to be coming around. Drink some water. That's right.
Oh, I see stars. Oh, mist. Where am I?
Hurry up and get married and, well, to the devil with you. She's willing. She's willing and all that. I give you my blessing and so on. Grant me a peace.
What? To whom?
She's willing. Well, kiss and get on with it.
He's alive! Yes! Yes, I'm willing!
Kiss each other.
Kiss whom? Very nice, too. Excuse me, what's all this about? Oh, now I understand. My heart, stars. I'm happy. Natalya Stepanova. My foot's gone to sleep.
I'm happy too.
What a weight off my shoulders. Oi.
But still you will admit now that Geezer is worse than Squeezer.
Better.
Worse?
Well, that's a way to start your family bliss. Have some champagne.
He's better.
Worse? Worse? Worse?
Champagne! Champagne!
This has been The Proposal by Anton Chekov, directed by Amy Rose Scoggins, sound designed by Emma Moore, assistant sound designed by Mackenzie L. Martin, stage managed by Ella Mizera, assistant stage managed by Luna Lindstrom. Featuring the voices of Clark Eileen Atkinson as Ivan Vassilevitch Lomov, Nicole Brady as Stepon Stepanovitch Chubukov, Jackie Mishol as Natalya Stepanova. Theme music for Play on Words by Christ Clark. Listen more at christclark.bandcamp.com. Play on Words podcast is produced by Glass Fox Productions, an audio storytelling company by Soren Denise and Mackenzie L. Martin. To support future productions, go to ko-fi.com/glassfoxproductions. Thank you for listening and for continuing to support the arts. Good show, everybody. Good show.